10-million-year-old family of dinosaurs living in a Vermont lake? 15-year-old Luke Perkins claims it is true. Locke, the main character, namesake for the book, first encounters a monster when he was just 5 years old. People laughed at the imagining of the young boy. By the end of the book, they weren't laughing. Locke's father is a marine biologist who is well respected for work identifying creatures, but his father takes a job to pay bills. Locke's father's boss is not a supporter of scientific research. He's in it for the glory. Cavenger publishes paranormal magazines about an odd and mysterious. He visits Locke's town to lead an expedition to capture the Loch Ness Monster of Lake Alabama. That's when the gore, death, and destruction begin. Armed with only a net and a camera, they swept the whole lake. They were no match for the beast Rogue, who broke free and killed a crew member. The author describes this grotesque scene with great detail. The beast exhaled human intestine, and it appeared to be raining blood on the head of a young girl on board who was fighting for her life. A night after the failed voyage, a local drunk was eaten alive by a family of lake monsters. Soon Locke and his sister Ziad would understand that they were not monsters at all. Locke discovered a pool with the baby Planosaur and befriends him with a sandwich. Locke and his sister named this docile and playful creature Wee Beastly. Locke figured out that Wee Beastly and his family were restricted to the small lake by a salmon grid. If cornered, these naturally calm creatures would attack if threatened. Meanwhile, Cavenger was rigging the boat for another expedition with grenade launchers, harpoons, guns, and metal nets. During the final battle between Cavenger Rogue rose from the water and began taking fire from a bombardment of bullets. He sacrificed himself to protect his family, who passed the ships and headed for deeper water. Rogue managed to swallow Cavenger in the final downpour of death. Cavenger's daughter, Locke, and his sister watched in horror as the boat exploded. Locke radioed his father, asking him to release the salmon grid so the herd could escape. Wee Beastie surfaced one last time to say goodbye. As they fled for the deeper water of Lake Champlain, they made beautiful music because they were finally going home. About the author. Paul Zindel was a novelist, playwright, and teacher, also a chemist. He grew up in Staten Island, New York, with his mom and sister. They were poor and had to move a lot. During his writing career, he wrote 39 books. Most of them had teenage characters and dealt with loneliness, neglectful parents, and sometimes abuse. One of his most popular and controversial works was The Pigman. While I could not find any specific challenges on Locke, Pigman was one of the most frequently banned books in the 1990s. Some parent groups took offense to his sexual content and offensive language. Other books are banned because people think of it could teach children the wrong things. Some reason for banning books includes sexual content, violence, religion, age appropriateness, racial views, drinking, drugs, and swearing. My book could have been challenged or banned because of mild swearing, drinking, and violence. The graphic details of the death of this book may not be suitable for certain age groups. I think it is understandable to limit this book to older readers because of the violence. I think there should be a careful process if someone wants to attempt to challenge this book. I also think it should be left up to the reader no matter what age.
Very good.
Applause.
Thank you.